Hey everyone. Wow, it's been a while. I'm still working on the assets for my commentary avatar, so you can enjoy what I've done with the new opening. That's going to be the theme for this new era of my channel, by the way. Returning to my roots and refining it. This channel is going back to being weird and creative, but on a new level. So one of the things to come back are the openings. It's been a long tradition with this channel to have a new opening after a while. I should upload a compilation video of all my openings when I finish the new one. It's reimagining my characters as Edo period samurai. Characters from the Binary Rose universe, the Remix universe, and from Cavern Rose appear there. That way these three different stories feel connected in some way. Back to my commentary avatar, I plan to have it animated throughout the video in some form. For example, I brought back that beginning animation that used to be in my old commentary videos, raising the hand to say hey. That was such a cool touch and I am ashamed I got rid of that. I'll also have the avatar blink. There will be transitional animations whenever I switch poses, and there will be an ending animation. No more of that fade to nothing. Bye! Why am I going all out for possibly 60 views when I return? I don't care. This is a passion channel now, and I have no reason to sacrifice quality. So everything is getting visually upgraded. If you haven't heard the news, the commentaries will no longer be political. I might say something political, but it won't be the main focus. Politics will still be on this channel, but I'm doing it in that original Binary Rose style, where characters debate with each other and it's up to the audience to decide who's right or learn from the opposing side. I believe I've done a great job making both sides as strong as possible, so it doesn't feel as if my bias is showing. That way, if you're on the right and you watch my content, while I make it very clear where I stand, you're not alienated or demonized. I refuse to take part in how toxic online politics have become. Everyone's welcome here, as long as you're not a reprehensible human being. People are too comfortable being stuck in an echo chamber and assuming false things about their political opponents until you radicalize yourself to the point you lose touch of what's true. People just don't have a different perspective of the same facts. Now it's an army of misinformation versus yours. I've always been an oddball with how I engage politics, and doing it in a conversational piece is much more fun than me just speaking to you. My personal politics haven't changed at all. I'm still on the left, and I still have plenty of videos on this channel if you need a refresher. But moving forward, I'm sticking to educational videos. It's not new to me. I've done plenty of science-related videos that were fun to research for. My old way of splicing self-contained stories within them is coming back. My hope is not only are you learning something possibly new, you also have a narrative in the background keeping you engaged until the end. As you can tell, this is going to take time, so I'm preparing short-form reaction videos to release on a weekly basis that can be about whatever I want to talk about: movies, shows, art, games, and social media happenings to fill the gap between uploads. I had a love-hate relationship with Binary Rose, the series. I got too ambitious and was about to make a story so large I would never be done with it. So I canceled it and decided to go small with Cavern Rose and create a rebooted universe with the same characters, but then I got nostalgic and realized the story isn't bad. It's an expansive universe with room for so many stories, and even that Pepe Frog plotline is tragic in the right way, so that's another thing that's coming back. Binary Rose is uncancelled. With Dark Past, it's a prequel-sequel project. The original 8-chapter series is actually the middle point of the story. The original Black Lightning story is being remade, which will lead into the events of the Multiverse Chamber, which sets up the lighthearted and political Binary Rose series. I've always wanted it to be low stakes at this point. Even Abraham is goofy, but sometimes you get that tinge of darkness. When I wrote at the end of chapter 8 that it was an end of an era, that's because the next season, now sequel series, was going to be the moment where crap hits the fan, and the politics was going to get turned down. This was always the plan. The Binary Rose cast were oblivious to the events of the OG Black Lightning and the Multiverse Chamber story, and so the past catches up with everyone, and something happens to the goofy Abraham that turns him into a cold-calculated tactician who wrecks the main cast. Now that I've had time to refine the story and make it much more compelling, I'm going to go with a much darker approach, and I'm changing how I approach my originally planned ending. So what I said isn't really a spoiler. You're still getting a brutal Abraham, but it happens differently now. The plot armor has been removed for everyone. Not everyone here makes it to the end. Since Cavern Rose and the Remix universe are lighthearted for the most part, Dark Past will be that dark and unforgiving contrast to those stories. It's not for the faint of hearts. I wanted Decaying Goddess to be that darkness, and part 2 was disturbing in the beginning, but I've decided to time skip Layla into the Dark Past plot. Now the rest of the cast gets to suffer with her. The time skip is so I can rearrange the plot in a way so this can be the conclusion for the original timeline, from the story of Black Lightning to Binary Rose Dark Past. I might make a Binary Rose chapter 9 or 10, so you can see these characters relatively happy one last time, and to fill in necessary plot points I teased, and also to set up the first chapter of Dark Past. I'm also going to upload short stories that have nothing to do with Binary Rose or Cavern Rose. They are self-contained and can be about anything. I'll actually have one uploaded in a few days. I hope that gives people an idea where this channel is heading. More weird and creative stuff. This channel is now purely a passion project, and I'm here to have fun. The big stuff is coming in May. See you then. Be nice to one another and take care of yourselves.